I like this band. I wrote it down so I don't forget who they are. Oh, I remember. Fucking We're back with another episode of Metal Horror Madness. I just got back off the road. I got back off your mom's. I'm here with some of the worst music in existence. They're the ones telling me that. You've heard of metalcore, deathcore, your momcore. We got pisscore. We got pisscore. I think that's the name of the leader of the country, right? I don't know. I'm just a madman. But these guys are out here bringing some brutal, extreme. You can't put their music in a box. Maybe I like your mom's box, but you can't put their music in a box. It's just extreme, heavy, non-stop brutality. It's an honor. And I never thought I'd be saying these words in my life. I'm so happy to see Urine right now.
Well, thank you. Never used to hearing that. Fuck.
Guys, thanks for stopping by. You know, I came across your band and I was like, this is some crazy shit, and I like crazy. I like different. I like bands that don't take themselves too seriously, but put out serious music. You can hear, with all jokes aside, where you guys will say this sucks. You guys are putting out some intense, extreme music other people just aren't doing right now. Where did the concept... First of all, who names a band Urine? This I need to know immediately.
So it actually came from my father-in-law now, but at the time he was just like my girlfriend's father.
Yep.
His name is John Glassbrenner. He's in a couple bands out there. But he just had mentioned it, like, because me and Nick had made one song, just as like a joke.
Yeah.
And he was just basically like, oh, like, you could name it Urine. And that was the name that stuck. So, like, we didn't plan on going much farther than the one joke song. So we were like, fuck it, yeah, Urine, like, that works, you know?
Yep. And when did you decide, like, hey, this ain't a joke anymore? It's like for all the old heads out there, it's like the old Rocky movies where this was supposed to be an exhibition. But next thing you know, you guys are in the trenches going toe-to-toe with anyone putting extreme music. When did you say, we want to do this for real?
We got asked to play a fucking wedding, and then it just took off from there.
Yep.
Get the fuck out of here. A wedding.
We had me and him literally for years were like, we're never going to play live. Like, we're not going to be like a riff band. We're going to be this, you know, just internet band. Not like an inside joke even, really.
Sure.
Kind of what it started off as. And then our friend Scott Sawyer, he got married. And he was like, would you get Urine together like one time, you know?
Yeah.
And we were like, all right, like, sure, for your wedding. And that's when we recruited Steve, and Rio was already in there. He was already a vocalist, but he played bass. So, yeah, and then we played that show, and then we played another friend's, like, garage, basically. And then suddenly, our friend Ben Rowe, rest in peace to him, he asked us if we wanted to, like, open up for Bonginator in a living room.
Amazing.
And that was like our third show.
I'm pretty sure Weeping played that show.
Yeah,
too.
Weeping also played that show. It was wild. It was in a living room, and we were at that point. We were kind of like, holy shit! All right, like,
yeah,
do that. We can do this for real. And even now, though, we're still like, fuck, you know, like, this is real life.
Every great metal story starts with Bonginator and Eric. That's what got me out. That's what's got me out more than I've gotten out in forever. He invited me to the New England Death Metal Fun Time Bonanza, and it was a fun, jolly time, and I've been having fun ever since. And as you know, you get that. He's got that energy. That guy doesn't know how to stop. He doesn't take no for an answer. He just keeps pushing forward. And you get out there, right, and you play or you perform, and just something changes in you. When you're, you know, you did these few shows, right, and you start feeling it. Is that when, how long did it take for the confidence to get there? Where you could go, we can just start banging out shows. We can do this.
I mean,
it's still not really there fully.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we still are kind of amazed with, like, the shows that we've played, let alone, you know,
right.
I would say we got more comfortable with it. Probably actually, like, when we came back, there was we went on this, like, hiatus. There was a bunch of personal shit.
Yeah.
I was, doing, I was just a bad alcoholic, basically. But
yeah.
So we took some time off. I got my shit together. We came back, and by that point, we were kind of like, all right, like, we know what we're doing. We've been around the block a couple times. Like, we know at least what we're worth in our minds.
Right.
It's not much, but we know that we're better than, how some people get treated and shit. So that was, like, probably more recently than prior that I would say that, like, confidence came in.
Right. And it's something that people don't know, whether you're a band, you're a content creator, comedian, whatever you do. The amount of self-doubt in everybody's heads, and the amount of, like, I don't belong here or with these people. And it's like, right off the bat, when you did one show, I always tell us to people, you're doing 99% more than most are ever going to do. All you ever hear is, I want to start a band. I want to get on stage. What if nobody shows? You just got to do it, right? You got to do it, and then give yourself that credit. And me as a creator, I've watched it where in the beginning, I'd announce a band, I'd get off stage, I'd be like, what the fuck did you just do that for? Like, you missed X, Y, and Z. This could have been better. That's better. Or I'll go someplace, right, and act like a fucking lunatic, but you focus on the one or two people that are like, that guy's too loud, that guy's too crazy. And over time, I was saying this last week, and I've talked about it a million times because I'm full of myself. It's just what it is when you're the madman. I went to Silver Scream Con in Worcester, Mass. 3 days. I did WWE Raw in Springfield. Worked a full-time job the next day. Went to Kentucky for Louder Than Life. Partied at the fucking casino. Got belligerently drunk. Got up in the morning. Had to scream a million slayers for everybody in the fucking heat. I was putting on a show. I was everywhere. Got in a plane again. Got to Hershey Park. Went fucking. I go to Hershey Park. I am on, like, fumes again. Partied so fucking hard the night before. Was sitting with the bartender. You know the audacity she has to say to me, this lady? She goes, my daughter's the biggest Slayer fan. And I'm like, not in this fucking universe. Now I had like 6 or 7 Jack and Cokes, so I was a little mouthy. I'm like, not in this fucking... She goes, no, I'm telling you, the greatest flex of my life happened. She pulls out her daughter's Instagram. Pin 1, pin fucking 2 is this fucking guy. Beat red in the face, screaming fucking Slayers. She's trying to get her daughter on the phone. So I just go for it that night. My ego is out of control. We're drinking, we're smoking. We're doing everything. I'm cross-faded until 3:30 in the morning. I get up for fucking Slayer. I'm wounded. I feel like shit. I'm standing on line across the street to get in the stadium. And the first motherfucker that recognized me, I let out a Slayer that shook the fucking universe, because that's how much I love doing this now. That's my confidence now. I love entertaining people, and I'm proud of what I do, and I don't care who doesn't like it. And you guys, it sounds like you're on that path. It sounds like you're on that path to get there, and it just takes repetition, right? It's just doing it more and more.
Yup. And I mean, it's always been a dream of mine to play live, so
yeah,
doing that alone, I'm like,
amazing.
This, like I'm doing at least something that,
right.
At least when I was younger, I had all these fucked up, like, dreams and aspirations.
We all do. We all do.
One of them, though, to be like a fucking, like a rock star or some shit.
Yeah.
And now I look at myself and I look at some of, like, the bands we've played with, and I'm like, holy fuck, like, I'm out there, like, opening for people that I, like, grew up listening to.
Crazy.
People that, like, it's fucking insane. So it's an awesome feeling, for sure.
Not an easy question to answer all the time, but what's this show? What's been the best show for you? Whether it's because, wow, we got to open for them, or we went out and we were just firing on 666 fucking cylinders.
You first.
For me personally, it was probably, again, it was a house show.
Yeah.
It was one of the last shows that we got to play with our friend RJ, who was only like 19, had a band called Malicious Offense. Some of the hardest fucking brutal death I've ever listened to.
Yep.
Nice.
And it was just the most fun atmosphere. It was, like 50 heads packed into a small fucking living room. you know, no bigger than a studio, and the vibe was just immaculate. You know, every other band that played before us was fucking awesome. Like, there were people standing out, like, to the street just because there were that many people in the building.
Wow, that's sick.
Yeah. So, for me, it was definitely, that holds a special place in my heart for sure.
Yeah.
For me, honestly, it was a recent one. We just played a show with, it was with real, like, complete, utter, like, just homie fest.
Yep.
Where it was us, a band called DB Cooper, which Nick also is the vocalist for.
So sick.
And then it was a band called Horsegrave, which I'm gonna plug them a little bit in here.
Yeah.
Horsegrave is like the greatest fucking band you'll ever hear. They are like just complete chaos, and they're such talented dudes. They're awesome. And we got to play with them, and then our homies in Paved Over. And it was just a blast. It was such a good for, you know, it being like a newish kind of show.
Yep.
It was just such a blast. The energy was awesome. And then another good one I personally liked was that free show we played with From Within at the Fuse Box.
Yes, that was a fun.
That was just another one where it was just like everybody who I could have wanted to be there was just like, oh, we saw you guys were playing, so we came out.
So
and
sick.
It was just like all good vibes the entire night. But we've played so many good shows.
Yep.
That the energy has just been impeccable, and we sit there and we're kind of just like, damn, like, is this for us, or is this just because, like, we happen to be on, like, a really dope bill, you know, and, like, the energy is good? And it could be either or, but...
And you guys know, if you don't bring it, though, that crowd will fucking... They'll die off really quick, you know what I mean? If they see a band... I was just at a show, I don't want to name any names, with the... one of the openers was just, I mean, lost everybody. And it was one of those things where you kind of... They could have went in a different direction and kind of brought it back, or they kind of got... It was almost like a little too full of themselves, a little too manic, just to what they were all about. And the crowd would just took off until the fucking headliner came out. And I hated to see that. But it's, you got to give yourselves more credit. Like I said, people want to do this shit. People want to put out one song, dude. People want to get on stage once just to say they did it. And you're building something here. And you got to give yourself credit. And there are... With all the crazy shit you sing about and all the song titles, there's definitely messages in there too, you know what I mean? There's messages in your music, and they're messages I stand for, and it's stuff that we fucking have to all kind of band together right now in the underground scene, and I feel like the underground scene, because people will say to me all the time too, like, I have a really big band actually coming around here soon, but like a lot of them I just kind of wait on, or just, I want to talk to the underground. People that know me, I'm not your typical fucking old head that only talks about the glory days and the glory bands. I want this thing to stay alive for fucking ever. That's why I'm out there in the scene, fucking loud, fucking making an asshole out of myself to tell people it's okay to be rowdy, it's okay to be crazy. And my message is always... Stand up for the little fucking guy. Don't let anybody bully you, whether that's in politics, whether that's in groups of fucking people. Be nice, be kind. You only get aggressive when you need to, you know what I mean? There are times where that happens, but we're just going to try and fucking uplift everybody. And shit going on right now is just, it's fucking a lot. And as an empath, I'm fucking struggling day to day, to be honest. And sometimes you have to fucking stop yourself, because we can have messages, right? And we can try and influence people the best we can, but at the end of the day, you can't change the fucking world.
I know, and that's exactly what we... our music is just kind of about... I don't know, I would have to say, like, I've always felt the proper way to kind of look at things. It's always, you know, stay the fuck out. Like, if it's not our business, it's not our business.
Exactly.
If it's not your business, it's not your
right.
business. It shouldn't be your business, so fuck off with, like, however you're feeling.
Yes.
And also, obviously, we're anti-cop and, you know, all that jazz. But,
yeah.
like, yeah, there's a lot of shit going on in the world right now. So, yeah, we do like to talk about it, because a lot of people, I don't know, it's kind of like what you said. We disguise serious topics and shit behind, like, humor to it. You know, so, like, you read the song title, you're like, Jesus fuck, what did I just read?
Yeah.
You know, you listen to song, you read the lyrics, and you're like, oh, okay, like, but it'll catch your attention, kind of.
The way to do it, and to bring humor to all of it, because shit is so I mean, I'm in fucking Hershey. It's fucking old, decrepit. I think her fucking crotch was made of fucking crusty grilled cheese from the fucking 80s. I'm out there yelling Slayers, and I'm polite. I was being a gentleman. I turned to the bleachers. I told them I'm gonna fuck their moms. I'm gonna fuck their wives. I'm gonna fuck their girlfriends. This fucking security chick comes up. She goes, "You're being crude." I'm like, "I'm fucking crude. I'm a metalhead. What the fuck are we doing here?" And I'm just getting louder and louder going, that's my messaging of saying, express yourself, be yourself. Don't take things too fucking... I'm not running through the crowds with my dick popping out, fucking every fucking chick I could find. I'd be in prison for that. I'd be a legend, but I'd be in prison for that. And what I'm trying to tell people is, just have fucking fun. I miss the days of having fun, and the message is, yes, too much authority has never been a good fucking... Whether you believe in authority or not, too much of it is never good. And when it comes to an authority on metal, that's me. When I ask you this question, it's a fucking cheesy question I ask everybody. Your 3 biggest musical influences, whether they're metal, whether they're jazz, whether they're fucking playing fucking pocket pool, I don't know. Whatever's influenced you.
Me personally, oh god damn. If I had to chalk it up to 3... Primus, Waking the Cadaver, and Old Dirty Bastard.
Oh.
Personally.
That makes me happy. And when I flew to all these things I just talked about, but we drove back from Pennsylvania, we took a long fucking scenic, like 8-hour drive. We were playing fucking Primus and ODB like fucking crazy. That shit is just really good fucking road music when you're just fucking doing 90 and you just gotta, you gotta get somewhere, but you ain't getting anywhere because the miles are just fucking sitting there. And that shit... that was the one band I wish that could have been on these 2 Slayer bills was Primus again. I know they've toured with them plenty of times, but like that vibe is just something else. That's another band you can't really describe what they are.
No, they're in another fucking level. It's hard to even compare them to other bands that you would try to group them into a genre.
Yeah, for sure.
I'd have to agree with Primus for sure. And then I'd have to go with 9 Inch Nails and then Dysentery.
Great choices.
Like specific to like kind of what we do.
Yep.
Just because I've always loved, Trent Reznor and just how his soundscapes and shit. So like we throw a lot of weird kind of like ambient atmosphere, weird shit into our music as well, and that's definitely where that comes from. And then Dysentery, I mean, they're like half homies to us, but they inspired the shit out of them. Without them, there would be a thing, Oh,
that's so sick. And I always like when I hear different answers, because a lot of times you'll just hear the generic, you hear the Sabbaths and Van Halen and all that shit. So it's great when you hear some fucking other stuff. And fucking ODB, yeah, baby, I like it raw. Yeah, baby, I like it raw, and I do, metal moms. I fucking do. I don't believe in pregnancy tests. I don't fucking believe in child support. Those are your 3 top fucking influences. When it comes to one musician, vocalist, the biggest inspiration you've ever had. You have one person that is, it's got to be in the music genre, though I'm going to fucking pigeonhole that. Who would you say this person's meant more to me than anybody, whether you've met them, whether you'll never meet them, whether they're alive, whether they're not alive? I don't know.
I'm going to honestly call back to Waking the Cadaver. Don Camden is a big reason why I started doing the vocals that I do.
Nice.
First time I heard them, I wanted to try to do whatever the fuck that was that I just heard. I didn't know what it was, but goddamn, I liked it.
So sick.
But, yeah. He's definitely the key one for me, but there's so many other people that I could fucking throw out there, but that's just because I like them, not because they actually have had any influence on my vocal style. Like, I love King Diamond, but I can't hit those fucking falsettos.
I'm not a vocalist, but like my favorite vocalist is Jeff Tate, and what the fuck does he have to do with like what we do,
Yeah. Hey, and that's, there's nothing, and that's the way though. Like, people think I'm fucking nuts when I know when I gotta go out and be metal hard madman, right? And I know I'm gonna have to scream a million Slayers and get fucking hyper. I never listen to metal music on the way to the fucking venue. It's usually like 70s fucking soft rock. You got it to 80s fucking pop. I listen to a lot of.
On some hippie bullshit, and we sit
you guys
on
get
the
it.
ride home.
Yep.
We're usually to like the Grateful Dead, or we're listening to like reggae, something.
Lots of Clutch.
Yep. So
Sick.
That's the shit that we listen to on our way home from shows.
You need that different, like, it's, because you'll see that too. You'll watch fucking bands get interviewed, like they're shit they're listening to, and you'll get metalheads like, what the fuck? They're not naming one metal thing. And I'm like, if you're always doing that shit, you need a break from things too. You need a break from that aggression. You gotta get, and it helps with your ideas, right? To like hear shit that normally you wouldn't. You'll find influences in really weird fucking places.
And I'm a big like EDM fan as well. So, like, I'm the exact same way at raves, but opposite. Usually after, like, I will go to a rave or something, I'm listening to, like, death metal on the way home and shit like that. It's just something opposite of what, it was.
It fucking makes sense to me. And when you go now, you go like, okay, you guys are putting out albums. You guys are playing shows. 2 things you didn't think you were going to do. What do you prefer to do? And I usually get an 80% one way and 20% other way. But if you had your choice that you could do it all the time, which side of that would you prefer?
See, I'm about 50-50 because I love playing shows, but about half the time when I'm at shows, because usually I have to be up at 1 a.m. the next morning for work, I'm so ready to go the fuck home.
Yep.
So, as of right now, where I'm leaning, I've been enjoying the writing process and just taking the time to, like, slow down, because we went pretty heavy for about, like, a year and a half, 2 years straight, just playing multiple shows a month.
Yeah, like,
and
pretty much at least 2 shows a month for almost, like, about a year
completely
straight. So, it was, so, like,
having the little break to actually sit down and take our time and not feel like we have to rush shit out just for the sake of rushing shit out has been really nice and different for once.
Yeah, that sounds fucking great. And now it's, usually I hear the other thing. Usually I hear people just going like, I want to be out there, I want to be out there. So it's refreshing when I hear like, no, I want to be taking a fuck. But again, those bands aren't playing the amount of shows you're playing, you know what I mean? So it's apples to fucking oranges for sure.
Don't get me wrong. I love playing shows because I love watching people beat the shit out of each other. It's fucking great.
Yep.
See everyone sitting there smiling, and then other people just looking in terror because they don't know if they're going to get socked in the fucking jaw.
It's amazing. It's a magical experience. I don't know when people don't want to do it. I'm like, I need to be down, even if it's a big fucking show. Oh, man, there was a time I was like, I got to sit in the seats. I can't sit in the fucking seats anymore. I got to be fucking moving. I need people crowd surfing. I want to see if I'm going to get kicked in the fucking head. I want to see who gets in a fucking physical fight out there. All kinds of crazy, fun, fucking good, friendly, violent fun, as fucking Exodus would say. And I like that you like fucking both of it because that's what it's all about. You create the music. People need to go hear the music. When you talked about playing many shows, if you're giving advice to a band that's just starting, band is like, hey, we're going to start hitting the road. What's the biggest obstacles that they need to look out for immediately that could really set things back?
So here's a big one that it took us a little bit to catch, I'm going to say. Don't think that just because you're you're a new band that you have to take every show that's offered to you.
Oh, wow. Okay.
One that definitely look at like who you're performing for. Luckily for us, we've always had kind of like a direction, like somebody else to kind of be like, oh yeah, like, so we've always worked with like really good people who booked us. We're very grateful for the people who have booked us and continue to book us. But there are definitely people that we do not book under, that at least in our area I noticed that like definitely try to push out at new bands just because they're new.
Right.
And it's kind of like, all right, like I don't know, you should never pay money to play a show. In my eyes. Never pay.
I was fucking taken back when I found out some of the shit that goes on, and then especially with a lot of the like legacy glam bands and stuff like that, stuff I don't even fucking listen to, but like what they charge bands to open for them is fucking obnoxious. And then I wonder, I'm like, I get you get that thrill of saying like I opened for this band I used to, as a kid I listened to, or like X amount of people are going to be there, but then I feel like they're not really gaining people from that show. The people are there for the legacy band, and that's fucking that. So I never fucking that's great advice, because most people do. They just jump on that first bill, and they just want to do what they got to do to just be on stage. Yeah. That's got to be a lot to say no to stuff, though, huh?
I mean, at first we were taking damn near every show we got offered.
Yep.
But it gets to a point where you're starting to get thrown on to shows that you kind of have no business being thrown onto. You're just getting thrown onto because they know you'll say yes, and you're just another name that could get added onto the bill.
Okay.
To try to bring names.
Right.
So, like, it's more figuring out what's really worth, like, your time and effort. You know what I mean?
That makes sense. That definitely makes sense. When did you reach that point where you said, like, hey, we're taking everything, we got to kind of sort this? So was it a thing where you'd be on the bill and you're like, we don't belong in this bill? Would there be too many bands? What would you say, like, was like, hey, we can't be doing this anymore?
There was one show in particular where it just didn't make sense to have us on, but it had also, like, gotten switched around so much that we kind of just shitty booking on top of trying to make all these changes last minute.
Yep.
It's annoying, and it gets old, and it turns the show into more of a hassle than actually being something you want to do.
Right.
But it was probably as of, like, recently when we first came back that we started being like, you know what, we're going to be more, like, hand selective about what shows we decide to take, as opposed to just playing absolutely every single one we get offered, just because we're afraid we're not going to get offered anything else, you know?
Right.
Sorry about that.
It's all right. No worries at all. That definitely makes sense. And then you find out, like, hey, this is what we do. It takes, again, I think it goes right back to that confidence. You know what I'm saying? Like, as long as you have that confidence knowing there will be another show, we know what we're doing, and it's just human nature. Like, oh, people want you to do something. I'm fucking psyched. I'm going to go do it. But to your point, you don't want that becoming a negative, and you don't want that holding you back and just starting to make this not fun anymore, right? And just fucking doing it to do it. So that's great advice. That's something I never hear anybody fucking talk about ever. It's usually like, get on a bill, get on a show, like, go, go, go.
That's pretty much how it was for us for the majority, but once we took that break and actually, like, took the time to, like, reevaluate shit for the most part, that it kind of just became clear. Nice. And it's not like that, obviously, with every band in every circumstance, but that's just how shit fell our lap, you know?
Yeah.
I think a glass half full side of things, though, I would tell every new band that just keep it fun. Don't ever, like, lose that, once it gets boring, it gets boring. And once you lose the love of playing on stage, like, what are you really doing it for,
Right. Yeah, and that's great. That's something I even had to do for myself when I started taking things, trying to do all these different platforms, and it's like, I got caught up in a minute, like, fuck, I need to do blah, blah, and I was like, I started losing the fun of it, and I do this, as you could probably imagine, for nothing but fucking fun. I love to have fun 24/7, but I started catching myself going, shit, sometimes you can say no to things. Sometimes you don't have to be on that person's fucking episode. Sometimes you don't have to go out. Sometimes you just don't want to announce that band. You may let them down, but, like, it's just not a good fit. And that took me... I heard that too from Liz Selfish from Brat. It fucking sticks in my head about saying no sometimes. Like, it's fucking perfectly okay. You know what's best for you and the brand. You know what's best for you and your sanity. And it's just an important part of just life in general. Just learning to, like, fucking no, we can't do this right now. It's okay. There'll be something else.
And we've had to do that a couple times this go around.
Yep.
Where it's just like, like, damn, like, that would be a good, like, a dope show to play, but, like, we can't. Like, we're either not ready, it's too close to this, it's too...
Right.
this or that, and because as he had said, we used to not really do that. Like, as long as we trusted the person who was booking the show, we would take fucking anything thrown at us, you know. So it felt weird at first when we were like, well, we were actually lucky because like the first time we had to say no, it was because someone was going to be out of town. So we were like, all right, that's
nothing you can do.
Like, yeah, but then after that, it was like, all right, this is kind of weird, like saying no. Like,
yeah, it is. Yep. When you're always saying yes.
Yeah, like somebody else, we either think somebody else would fit better.
Yep.
Or like, even just not wanting to fucking play it, you know? And that's okay.
It's all okay. It really is okay. It's just okay to just empower yourself to go like, we know what we're doing. It's not fucking stopping. And then as far as new bands with the recording, more advice for a band just starting. What's the biggest fucking struggle they're going to have getting music recorded?
Mixing. Mixing, in my opinion, is way more important than the actual recording process. As long you can take a cassette recorder, throw it in the middle of the room, record all the tracks on it. As long as it's mixed decent, people will listen to it. Yeah, shit. People, no. Actually, I retract that fucking statement. Just release music, honestly. Just that's, I guess, what I should say. Yeah, just release it. Who fucking cares what it sounds like? There's people who listen to, like, noise and, like, harsh noise and shit like that. Somebody will listen to your music, I promise.
And that's the thing, right? And that's what I tell everybody. Just fucking, it's that cliche. Just go fucking try it. What's the worst that happens? It doesn't work? Okay, then you try something else. Like, it's not, when you stop letting it be a big fucking deal, everything in your life, when you just decide, this is what I do, and this is what I like to fucking do. And if I stop liking it, I'll do something else that I like to do. And it's just great to hear you even say, just fucking go out there, record some music, make some fucking music. And speaking of, where would you say the best fucking venue's been that you've played said music? Where's a place that you go, this was fucking sick and I want to fucking go right back there?
No Fun in Troy is what I think I would say. That is, we've only played the place twice, but it is by far the most fun venue that I've been to. Shit, we've had the bartender leave his post to fucking start moshing and shit.
It's amazing. Oh, that's fucking sick.
So,
you have a different one?
Other are to step up with that same energy. I'm, aside from like insert house show that we've played here, it's hard to really match it.
It sounds it.
At least for me.
I will agree with you there. No Fun, definitely. Just because it's a really good vibe.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd have to agree with you on that one. No Fun's definitely probably my favorite place we've played.
I like chaotic shit like that. I want the bartender moshing. I was fucking, when I was at one of the fests, when I was at RPM Fest, there was some Metal Horror Madman loyalists at security, and they were pretty fucked up, and I'm like, I don't know who they're going to secure, but I kept grabbing them on his shoulders and telling him, thanks for keeping me fucking safe. I think I had to keep them fucking safe, because they were in the fucking pit doing backflips, fucking with Coors Lights shoved up their assholes, and I'm like, it still says security on the vest. Someone's going to respect them, I guess. I love fucking going out and just having those fucking intense things. And that's why I love the underground that much. You could go to the biggest shows, you could go to the state. It's not the same vibe. It's not the same intensity, right? And it's not the same, like, you just don't know what's going to happen is what I love. You never know where that fucking night is going to go. And when you got a band like you just coming out there giving 1,000,000 fucking %, what keeps that? What keeps you with that energy? Because that energy is fucking crazy. And how do you keep that up? You're on the fucking road forever. Now you got to write some fucking stuff. Where does that come from?
Honestly, playing live and writing shit is my only outlet to getting shit off my chest.
Yep.
So it's very much good stress relief for me personally.
Nice.
Because there's something about yelling in people's faces, and if they don't like what I gotta fucking say, too bad.
It's the best. It's the best way to be.
Probably. I don't know, actually. I just kind of like spew shit out when we write our stuff. So like sometimes like I'll send it over and be like, "What do you think about this?" And then our like guitar player will be like, "No, I don't want to," I don't. Or he'll be like, "Okay, fuck yeah," and then he writes something like really fucking sick to it. But like other than that, yeah, I kind of just make what's like right on top of my head at the moment, and then we go from there.
Yep.
We have a very like interesting way of kind of going about shit. Like it's usually done in like steps. Like I'll get like a drum tracks kind of rough around and send it over to Steven, and then he'll write a guitar part for it, and then so it's like our process for like recording and writing stuff is like a little bit different than just, hey, let's sit in the room together and write like this.
Yep.
But yeah, I would just have to say it's like I just like making music that is just fun for us to make.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter what we're doing. It's sometimes we like do black metal stuff. Sometimes we do death metal. Sometimes we hardcore death. But it doesn't really matter. Whatever we just kind of feel like doing, we're doing.
And that's what the scene needs right now, right? Because you notice a lot of fucking gatekeeping came back over the years and all this other bullshit. And I'm like, keep the heavy music alive. We're in one fucking dysfunctional family here. Goth, metal, punk, hardcore, death, all this shit. Keep the fucking outsiders. Because to me, the normal people are the fucking outsiders. It's everything I can't fucking stand in this world. So I like that you're integrating every type of fucking music and you're bringing it with intensity and you're telling them, if you don't like it, go fuck yourself. Go fuck your mother, fuck your sister. Go fuck who you gotta fuck. Just don't fuck with us because we don't want you around. And that's the type of attitude metal's supposed to be about, or extreme music in general. So you guys are really fucking holding that flag right now. And with a band name like Urine, it's easy to remember. I'll say that about the fucking name. Nobody's fucking forgetting that. We've had urine. It's been a pisser, as they would say, a wicked pisser here in Massachusetts for all you fucking locals. And we got this fucking band ready to conquer your toilets and the world. What's next? What's in store for fuck? I always said pisser now. All we're doing is talking about piss. What's next for Urine? You said you're taking a little break from the road. You just put out some new music too, correct?
Yeah. Yep.
Where can we find you?
We're on Bandcamp, YouTube, we're on Spotify.
Literally everything. I think
probably Pirate Bay.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember if I picked like the last album. There was an option to put our shit on like Roblox. I don't think I did it, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Amazing.
Find us anywhere.
Find them anywhere, and the next steps are recording new music?
Yep. Yeah, we're just
writing, kind of going,
still doing everything, playing shows here and there, writing new shit because we're in still that groove of wanting to pump new shit out.
More stuff, so
it's gonna definitely different the next stuff we have planned. Not too different, but we're leaning into a bit of our other influences a bit more.
Sick.
It's not